What's going on? You guys are watching KG Simple Reviews, and in this video I'm reviewing this Drua stud finder. Alright, so I have a bunch of things I need to hang up in the house, and I've been needing a stud finder for a while now. What interested me about this stud finder is that it's a 6-in-1 stud detector. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like. Alright, so I like the red color. It has a nice big LCD screen. It does require a 9-volt battery, so I'm gonna install that right now. Alright, so as you can see, it has a nice big LCD screen here. I'm gonna go ahead and see what kind of modes I can use. Alright, so as you can see, there's a little tree icon in the corner there. I believe this is to measure the moisture of the wood, which is really cool because not a lot of stud finders have a moisture meter to read the wood, so that's a nice feature. So right here you can see the little house icon, and this is to detect the moisture in the material in the building or your house. So if you have drywall, this is the setting you would use. And this is a nice additional feature. This stud finder actually measures the temperature in your house. So this is in Celsius and this is Fahrenheit in the house, which is pretty accurate for what we have our house temperature set at. So right here in the corner, you could see a little beam, and that is to detect any metal you have in the wall. Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I hate the feeling of drilling into the wall and hitting a metal stud. I can't tell you how many times that I burned out a drill bit from drilling into metal, so that is an awesome feature that will save me a drill bit or two. All right, so this little icon right here is really cool, and I really like this feature of the stud finder. It's actually an AC scan, so it detects if your wire is live or not. Usually you have to get a separate tool for this, but I love that the stud finder has this feature so you don't have to do that. All right, so right here is the stud scan. So there's 3 different measurements. There's a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5 inch. So you have those different depths you can measure, which is really nice. So I'll just give you guys an example of how I would use the moisture meter. I would change it to the mode right here, and then I would pop out this bottom part. And then as you can see, there's the little prongs there that you can just hold up to the wood and see if it could detect the moisture. So I'll go ahead and measure this and use this to see how well it works. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and test out this wood moisture meter right here. Right here I have 2 pieces of wood. One's a little bit more wet and one's a little bit more dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and test it on the dry wood first. There we go. Let's go this way. Awesome, and then you can see the moisture percentage right there, and then let's go ahead and test out the more wet piece of wood. And yep, I would say that's pretty accurate. This wood is pretty wet on the surface here. So as you can see, this is pretty accurate in differentiating these 2 pieces of wood here, so that's great. All right, so right here I'm thinking about hanging a chalkboard or a picture frame eventually on this wall. So I'm gonna test this stud finder. I already have it on the 1.5 inch setting right here. And the thing about this stud finder versus other stud finders is it's supposed to do really well in finding true center. So I'm gonna go ahead and test it out here. There's a button on the side here that you have to push to activate the stud reader here. So I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. All right, so it looks like I am at the right edge of the stud here, and then right there is true center. It looks like I moved a little bit to the left, so now I have to move a little bit more to the right. And that's awesome. It's really nice when you are trying to give a little bit more edge room when you're nailing or drilling into the wall. So that is really useful that this stud finder can find true center. All right, so overall, I love the multifunctional use of this stud finder. I feel like it's really gonna come in handy. It acts as multiple tools in one, and I definitely would recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description to this stud finder down below. If you got value out of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you next time.